What's up everybody, it's me and I'm back with another video. And in today's video I'm going to be reacting to a very controversial video which says why every YouTuber sucks now. But okay, why does every YouTuber suck right now? So yeah, that's what we're going to react to today. So without further ado, let's head straight to the video. That's how you start a video. Okay.
You ever scroll through YouTube and feel like you're watching the same video over and over again?
Yes.
Different titles, different faces, but the same exact energy, over-exaggerated expressions and style. There was a time when being a YouTuber meant having a voice, a personality, and a unique thing about you that stood out and attracted millions. YouTubers didn't suck back then, but today, they unfortunately do. YouTube used to reward ideas, but now, it rewards scale. This obsession with scale and spectacle doesn't just hurt today's creators, but it also destroys.
I think it also becomes to the fact that people like to see more content or different kind of content from every type of YouTuber, because I remember everyone used to watch FaZe Adapt. They used to watch him because of his what can I say? They used to watch his YouTube montages for his trick shots. His trick shots were the main thing that he used to, even Agent Double. Let's also look at Agent 000. Agent used to do 2K videos on NBA and stuff, and you know, right now it's now reaction content, and also, you know, different from what his old community also used to like, but also he's made the reaction content work, and I can't complain with that. But when it comes to right now, it's just like the same old content, but people really miss the old content, and it's not really the same. That's why people used to watch the Outdoor Boys for, because he was outdoors, and that's what he maintained with. He just kept on doing all those things, and people enjoyed it.
Here's the future of the platform, because if you're a kid watching YouTube today, you only see one thing. You need a mansion, you need a giant prop, you need 50 people in every video, an intense challenge, and an open budget. There is no space for the small creators anymore. You don't get epic rap battles of history, you don't get Casey, you don't get Smosh, but instead, you get a handful of creators making the exact same video. Whether it's,
you know, that's also touching because, okay, I think I'm pausing too much. So the thing is that what I can say is that you create scene, bro. We used to watch epic rap battles of history. We used to watch Bart Baker. He used to make parodies on every official music video for some artists. Maybe Jason Derulo, Drake, Lil Wayne. He made reactions on all of them, and I enjoyed that. And epic rap battles, that was the main thing to watch. What was also the main thing to watch back then? The main thing to watch also back then was accounts like I just watched random videos in which I ended up finding such channels.
Matthew Beam creating the biggest anything he can find, the Stokes twins hiring a bunch of fake actors to look for them in a bunch of fake secret rooms, or Preston trying to be Mr. Beast but without the Beast budget. Even the king of the platform himself, Mr. Beast, just isn't the same anymore. He started out as a YouTuber pushing the boundaries of content and having fun with his friends. But today, his content is just an overly produced TV show that just happens to be posted on YouTube, and it's against everything that YouTube stood for. YouTube was the anti-TV back in the day. It removed gatekeepers, producers, and fan scouts. YouTube allowed anyone that has anything to say or share to the world to be on the platform and be your own channel owner, literally. But today, with YouTube's focus on becoming the new cable, expanding their platform and focusing on TV viewership, it just isn't the same anymore. And there are three main reasons as to why every YouTuber sucks today. When the platform first started, it was a place where everyone can just speak their mind. There were no rules, no overly edited thumbnails, and no formula to follow. It's weird.
Back then it was just anything that would just make you laugh, bro. It was basically just laughs and gags back then. But now it's just trying to maintain the YouTube budget. Maybe your video costs, like, even Mr. Beast will say, I know I spent like $1 million on one video. Others will say they spent $5 million and stuff. You're like, you don't need to do too much. You just want to see your old content, like those channels that used to do vlogs. DDG started from vlogs, now he's doing streaming and still doing vlogs. So don't really stop what you used to do, because most of your community came from there. And you know, you'd even see people in the chat saying, I miss the old DDG. Like, now people are enjoying the new DDG, so he's just the same. He hasn't changed, but the content for back then, guys, was different. It was okay. 2016 below was something else, because I can say, like, when I finished school in 2019. Yeah, I ain't hung phase, but yeah. I finished school in 2019, in which I was mainly watching, what was I watching? Back then, also music videos, also official music videos, when they used to drop, that was a banger. I can say NSG. When NSG used to drop music videos, that was lit. Everyone was watching the live videos when it was released. That was the shit. Now these days, you know, they don't really make songs like they used to. It's okay, it's basically repetitive. It's basically repetitive. So yeah. The old is gone, guys.
To find unique creative content today, like epic rap battles of history back in 2010. Now, to understand why every YouTuber sucks now, you need to understand how MrBeast broke the game. It's not about putting the weight of destroying a whole platform and a generation of creators on the back of one man. But reaching 400 million subscribers and the level Jimmy is at now didn't come from just creating videos. It came from reshaping an entire industry and the platform. So yes, MrBeast has played a big part in this massive change. The iPhone came out with the first fully touchscreen phone with no button. They disrupted an industry. And today, every phone is competing on a bigger and bigger screen with less buttons and less distractions. This is exactly what Jimmy did. He disrupted an entire industry. Jimmy knew he needed to be different. He knew that in order to break through, he needed to bring something new to the table. He studied what works, what makes people click, and what's missing on the platform, and took advantage of that. By doing this, he created a whole new genre of content all about giving away millions of dollars, doing weird challenges, and adding high-stakes element to each upload. There's always something on the line. There's always a challenge, a cash prize, or something epic that needs to happen. This worked out brilliantly for Jimmy, as he was getting millions of views with every upload, making more money to fund even crazier challenges and give away bigger and bigger cash prizes, and the cycle continues. And of course, everyone else saw it. They saw the views, the money, and the blueprint. And that's when things started to shift, because once it was clear that the MrBeast style content could pull in tens of millions of views every single week, the race began. Dozens then hundreds of creators started copying the format. Fast cuts, big spectacle challenge, large sums of money, biggest anything in the world, and so on. But by that time, Jimmy of course was far ahead of everyone. Yet, it didn't stop every new creator to jump in and get his fair share of the views this format was getting. And so, a new YouTube genre was born. Spectacle-driven viral challenge.
But to be honest, you can't really complain with certain channels who break the YouTube algorithm, because once you break the YouTube algorithm, your video will be on every people's channels, whether they don't want it or not. It'll be there. It'll be there on your screen, like, you know, because there's some people that I don't really see, but they deserve their flowers. Maybe Ryan Trahan, that guy has good content. And then who else? I think I've lost track, but you know, old YouTubers like PewDiePie, they've lost traction. PewDiePie is not even among the 10 best YouTubers anymore. Like the 10 best channels with over 100 million. He isn't one of them, bro. He's literally dropped to channels I've never heard of. And you know, even Cocoman is top 3. It's top 3.
Challenges. It didn't matter what the video was about, as long as it felt big, had a large sum of money, and included any high stakes the creator could think about. And here is why this is a problem. When everyone is making spectacle content, the spectacle stops being special and starts becoming overly produced noise. It becomes content that only exists to outdo the video that came before it. You have to spend more, go bigger, cut faster, and yell louder, because if you don't, the millions of views will just go to someone else that is. And the worst part is that it works, because the algorithm rewards whatever people click on, and people keep clicking on the same type of videos. Now, to be fair, this isn't entirely Jimmy's fault. He found something that worked and scaled it. He didn't ruin YouTube, he just figured it out before anyone else did. The problem isn't MrBeast. The problem is what happened after MrBeast. Other creators who saw the success and thought, if I do the same, maybe I'll win too. But they forgot the most important rule in content creation. You don't win by copying the leader, you win by doing something different. And that's why it feels like every YouTuber sucks now, because every YouTuber is doing the same thing. Instead of being themselves, they're all trying to be a worse version of someone else, or they just don't care about the content anymore.
Exactly what I was saying. You know, like maybe let's give an example to myself. Maybe I'm giving you guys reaction content now. Now imagine later in the future I start doing montages. I start doing okay, like let's say this type of content for is that hide and seek thing and stuff. Types of content that my original viewers that used to like my reaction to music and stuff, they didn't want to see that. They only came to your channel because your channel was providing reactions to certain videos that they wanted to know how your perspective would fit in this description and stuff, you know. So this is why that don't always copy someone else. Maybe copy them, but change a few things. Don't always like copy and paste. Like, I'm copying your work, bro. No, change what you do and maybe something else. And how is my laptop very low? I think, give me a few minutes.
2,000 years.
They just care about how the content performs and how much money it makes. People like Jimmy dominated a platform or an industry by being unique, and taking on an industry in a new way. But for every creator that is trying to copy him, you just can't compete, and you can't become the new Mr. Beast by being just like him. Now, some creators simply don't care about becoming the next Mr. Beast. They just care about the views they are getting and the money they are making, which birthed creators like the Stokes twins or Ben Azulart, creating the same kind of videos week in, week out, with not a unique element inside. Just viral content repeated and rewatched, aimed at maximizing views, ad revenue, and with most of it being fake as well. And the actual creative videos are just buried underneath 100 secret room videos. Now, even though creators are at the heart of a platform like YouTube, because simply put, if there are no creators posting videos, there is no platform, we can't deny YouTube's own actions that help fuel the directions creators take with their content. In 2025, YouTube surpassed every platform in TV viewership, proving that people are watching YouTube on their TV more than anything else. And when you're watching TV, you're not watching 1 or 2 minute videos.
To be fair, the main things I also watch on YouTube, personally, when I'm eating, I can't eat without watching something at least, or at least even reacting to something. So I can say the most chances I react to is more Sidemen when it comes to like the Among Us videos. They always make sense, bro. They always make sense, and sometimes when Beta Squad and Sidemen drop, yeah, that's lovely for your eating time, or just after the day is done and you've done everything, you're just tired, you're exhausted, and you just want to watch something good. Those are the channels I watch. But damn. Just to be fair, yeah, things like TikTok, YouTube are the most things that I can say that they just draw views. Yeah, these things are taking over, bro, and at the point that J-SODATV has to make a deal with somebody.
You're watching long 20-30 minute pieces of content, and that is where metrics like average view duration and click-through rate matter, because TV audiences don't click through 10 different videos in a row. They sit back and they binge, and YouTube knows that. So now it's not just about who has the most clicks, it's about who can keep a person sitting on their couch watching your video for 18 minutes without touching the remote. And that's exactly what these spectacle-driven challenge videos do. They hook you, they dangle a prize, they promise something absurd at the end and keep the stakes high, and then they stretch it for the entirety of the video. With YouTube rewarding videos that people click on and watch the most, creators started to study and focus on how to maximize these two metrics. And in today's time, what works is the exact type of content Mr. Beast created: high-stakes, engagement-based challenge videos. YouTube doesn't care about how creative your video is. It doesn't care if it's meaningful, fake, loud, manipulative, or straight-up brain-melting. YouTube cares about one thing: did people click, and how long did they stay? That's why creators spend more time designing thumbnails than scripting videos, and they front-load tension and fake stakes in every upload. Because creators aren't making videos anymore, they're making retention machines. That's why we don't see any new weird channels break out like we used to. There's no modern-day Freddy W, or Mystery Guitar Man, or Marble Hornets, because their style of content is unique, experimental, often slow to unfold, and it doesn't survive in the algorithm anymore. It gets outrun by 10 challenge thumbnails screaming at you with all caps and 5 emojis.
Let's just be honest. When it comes to certain types of content, the content between 2010 and 2018, that was brain rot, but we loved it. That was zero brain rot, but we loved it. I can't really complain with that because it was different back then. Because then we used to watch King Bat, we used to watch Logan Paul after that whole situation. We ain't gonna mention it. Yeah, it's just been a whole roller coaster of different things, man. YouTubers became boxers like KSI, Logan Paul. Even Logan Paul went to WWE, like. Okay. A lot of things have changed, and what I can say is that everyone's trying to compete with each other to a point where, like, some of our videos, like my videos, you know, you never see them on your feed because they don't bring much attention as their videos. Because you find that this guy's got over 100 million views, but it's the same as his previous 5 videos, and I can't say much about it. That's why I'm always trying to like be diverse. I react to music, I react to drama, I react to sports as well. To be honest, guys, this type of thing is hard, but if you can make it work, they make it work. And if you don't have that click-through rate, yeah, it won't appear on most of other people's things, because it's like TikTok. If you engage a lot, like reposting, liking, and commenting, your other friend will see it, and then your video starts going to other people, you know.
And it's not just the homepage that changed, it's the culture that comes with it. YouTube has become this hyper-competitive space where everyone is watching everyone else's metrics, copying whatever is performing best, and tweaking their content to fit that mold. There's no time to build an identity, no time to experiment, and no time to find your own voice. You have to start loud and stay loud or disappear. But this is also not entirely YouTube's fault, because at the end of the day, YouTube is looking out for its own personal good. They want to be the most watched platform and have their users spend the most amount of time on their platform. So if people are clicking and watching these videos, is it really YouTube's fault for pushing them even more, or is it our fault for clicking and watching in the first place? YouTube didn't suddenly decide that fast-paced challenge videos should dominate the homepage. It figured that out by watching what we click on and watch, tracking also what we stop watching halfway through and what we ignore on our homepages. It's all data that the system is taking in to give us more of what we already respond to. Over time, that turns into a kind of conditioning. We're no longer choosing what to watch. We're being trained to want whatever is most clickable. It's like the fast food of video content. Quick hits of dopamine, loud intros, high stakes, and big reactions. And the longer we stay in the loop, the harder it is for anything different to hold our attention. So even when someone does try to make something real, personal, or a little weird, it doesn't stand a chance. This is what people don't talk about enough. The fact that we, the audience, are feeding the very system we complain about. We say we miss the old YouTube, and we say we want originality, but we don't watch it, we don't share it, and we don't let it grow. MrBeast doesn't get 200 million views per video by chance. This is because 200 million people clicked on it to watch it. And all of this is data for YouTube to use and serve these same 200 million people more videos like it. So yes, YouTubers today suck. It's just not the same anymore. But it's also how we as a society changed. Italian brain rot content taking over the internet says a lot about the content that does well in today's social media age. There is still originality and unique creators out there. People just don't care. Shifting a whole generation of media consumers away from hyper-optimized high-stakes content is hard, but until then, the cycle continues. And every time you click on another recycled challenge video, another I survived 100 days in X place title, or another creator faking enthusiasm for 15 minutes straight, just know that we are the ones keeping it alive.
I think this video just said it all, man. That this is why every YouTuber sucks now. Because the one thing,
I'm taking a break.
Originality. If your video hasn't been like done before, maybe it's strange to even think about it. Yeah, those are the type of videos that people would watch. But now that people are just copying each other's content, like, nah, bro, I made secret rooms in my house. These type of other videos, maybe like I made a pool in my house. You know, we like to have watching different types of content. I think I watch crazy types of contents, like also like on TikTok, like there's a certain guy that goes to people's houses to cut their grass. I'd watch that, bro. Like Outdoor Boys, I'm outdoor, you know, is there getting wood and stuff, and I'd watch that. that was the type of content you'd wake up in the middle of the night and watching horse content. why am I waking up to horse content? But that's what I'm saying, that today's society has moved away from old YouTube, which is originality videos. It's all about trying to keep the retention, keeping your views, and also making sure that they get enough money from the video that they made so they make the same type of video. We want something else, bro, you know? Like, give us a different type of content or keep doing the same content you used to do. And that's why it's let's say Corey hasn't changed from his different kind of comedy. He still makes memes, he makes skits. Even at the start of a video that is a gaming video, he's still making skits in the start, and he then goes straight to the gaming video. Like, don't change your type of content. Everyone loves that, you know. People even still react to his old content for skits, you know, and see that he just even wonder, like, was this Corey? This is Corey, and this is why he makes that type of content during his videos. Like, let's also explain, like, people like expressions.
What the fuck, blood, already, bruv? Close him down. Close him down. Close him down! Close him down! Great save. No! Oh my god!
Bro, it's crazy. Sometimes he's shouting, but he's also happy that they've won and stuff, bro. And yeah, kudos to them for winning the Europa League, bro. My team, Arsenal. Yeah, we suffer a lot, man. We suffer a lot, man. I swear to God. Yeah, so to be honest with you, his explanation on why YouTubers suck now, it makes sense and it's true. We have changed, guys. It's not used to be, man. Bart Baker, the old Logan Paul, the old KSI. KSI used to make Q&A Sundays with his parents as well, or with Deji. You know, maybe we can also say like the Sidemen Civil War. That was crazy. Or the what's this? The aftermath, the beef between Deji and is it Ralph? No, Randolph. Why did I say Ralph? Yeah, between him and Randolph, it's just crazy. And yeah, the old YouTube is gone, guys. We just have to adapt to what we got now. And this is why things like clip farming, like certain types of clips from your videos, they make sense because people still watch that. Or ASMR videos where like you're just seeing a certain noise. Or maybe those videos where like they're crushing a ball, they crush something else. You know, different types of content. Or there's that one type of content on TikTok whereby the guy overheats like I don't know if it's a metal ball or whatever it's called. He then puts it over things to see if they go through. Maybe can it go through a foam? Can it go through tin foil? Can it go through glass? Can it go through ice? Those are the type of videos, you know, people are watching because, you know, it's like, it's repetitive, but it's good. It's repetitive and it's making it work and it's good, you know. That's why sometimes when you're good at something, continue with it. So that's why I'm continuing the reaction content because most people like my content and I think I've enjoyed it to this point. Yeah, reaction content and football content. Maybe football content I've slowed down on TikTok, but you still find some more videos and stuff. So yeah, guys, the old YouTube is gone, but YouTube is still doing more numbers than most platforms. YouTube and TikTok. Yeah, that's what I can say. YouTube and TikTok. And also people still watch on Facebook. So yeah, this is why you have to keep your fans rolling. You have to keep it rolling, you know. Most people have stopped what they used to do because not a lot of people like watching it now and then. But if you can make what you do still work up to now, yeah, you're good for the next few years, bro. You're good. That's why most people, they end up going to start streaming because they did the YouTube thing. Now they're trying something else. But at least share some of the things on YouTube because that's what people used to watch. Like even like the Sidemen Inside. It was better on YouTube because everyone was going to watch it. You know, you even see like 1 billion or something, 1 million. I'm not sure how many views it has right now, season 1 has, but it was getting numbers when it was being released on YouTube. Being on Netflix, you have to pay for Netflix. Netflix is now becoming expensive and looking at the current economy, inflation, it's not very good. So yeah, I think we'll come to the our video for today. Alright, so here comes to our video for today, which was the reaction to a YouTuber's perspective on why YouTubers suck now or why they are bad now. So without further ado, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to J-SODATV, your move entertainment, sports, and drama. And maybe you've got an assumption on why YouTubers suck now better than my explanation. Maybe you can drop in the comments and we can learn from each other and we can actually bring the old YouTube back if we think about it. But if we're trying to remain in the current, then yeah, let's remain in the current. But some of us miss the old. So, ladies.
One eternity later.